Hello, I'm TBSky, and I don't do a lot of current events topical punditry on this channel, but I'm making an exception today. So, imagine this. You have a friend, and he makes paintings, really cool paintings, beautiful art pieces, and you love his work, and you've been a fan for ages. You've come to his shows, you've bought his pieces, you have supported him. Every year, your friend throws a big party at his gallery where he shows off all of his latest works. There's music, there's celebration. Now, you have a favorite series of his works, something you really love, something you've been a fan of for ages, and there's a whole corner of the gallery that's practically wallpapered in prints and references to your favorite series. And sure, your friend has said that while he's showing something, you shouldn't get too excited, but you know each other. You've known him a long time, and you know that he likes to pull little surprises. He likes to mess about. He tells little white lies in order to make a bigger surprise out of the big reveal when it finally comes. You've played this game before. So you go into the show, you're cautiously optimistic. Oh, maybe it won't be a big new painting in your favorite series, but something's happening, and knowing your friend, it's gonna be great. Your friend gets up on stage. He talks about your favorite series of paintings, how much he loves making them, and how excited he is to show you his latest creation. And then he pulls out this tiny little copied screen print of the latest installment in the series and scribbles all over it with a magic marker and goes, "Behold the latest installment," while showing it off like this was something anyone could ever have wanted. What an asshole! He knows that this is your favorite series. He knows you've been waiting for a new installment. He knows how excited you were. Hell, he was banking on it. He sold tickets to his show based on how excited you were. Oh, once you express your disappointment, he protests that he didn't think you'd get upset about it. It's just a little extra. It's not replacing anything. He thought you'd be happy. But that's bullshit. Of course he knew. It's all you've been talking about for months. Of course he knew. And now there he is trying to sell you this half measure, like it's a full piece. He yanked you around by the nose, and now he's upset that you're angry about it? What an asshole. What a terrible friend. Now, you might think, I see what's going on here. He's talking about Blizzard and that Diablo mobile game and all the fans who got angry about it. Blizzard is the terrible friend in this analogy. And you're right. Except for one crucial difference. Blizzard is not, has never been, and will never be your friend. Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, is not a person. It can't form friendships. It is not emotionally accountable to any relationship. It is not capable of loyalty. It is not capable of love. No matter how much you may love Blizzard, no matter how loyal you may be to Blizzard, no matter how much of a friend you try to be to Blizzard, Blizzard is not your friend. Now, I'm not about to defend Blizzard. In fact, quite the opposite, and we will talk about what Blizzard has done wrong. But before we can do that, I need to reinforce this point again. Blizzard is not a person. Blizzard is not your friend. Activision Blizzard is a billion-dollar company whose mission is to make money for its shareholders. You can argue that keeping customers happy means more money for the shareholders. You can argue that being in the business of making games, which are art, means they should have artistic integrity. You can argue these things all you want all day long, but at the end of the day, as far as the shareholders are concerned, it doesn't matter if Blizzard makes its money selling games or selling crockpots and subscriptions to People magazine. So long as it makes money, so long as it sees growth, that is all that matters. So, changing tracks for a second, I have friends who work at Riot Games. They're good friends to me. They're kind, they are generous, they are conscientious, they care about doing a good job. They care about doing right by the players of their games. They've done right by me out of empathy and loyalty, and I try to do right by them. I have friends who work at Riot Games, but Riot Games is not my friend. It is a company, it is not a person. I bring this up to make an important point, that just because good people work for Blizzard, even if your friends work for Blizzard, and by the way, I do have friends who work at Blizzard, that doesn't mean Blizzard is your friend. And just because Blizzard only pretends to be your friend to make money, that doesn't mean that everyone who works at Blizzard is a bad person. What I'm trying to get at here is don't harass the staff, don't harass the community managers or the artists or the programmers, and honestly, the poor dude who has to go up on stage and announce Diablo Immortal was just doing his job. Yes, he screwed it up, he got frustrated by the crowd, he said some stupid things, but he was just trying to do his job. The decision to make a mobile game happened way above the heads of anyone you can easily tweet at or send mean emails to. Don't harass the staff. It's wrong and it doesn't help. Anyway, there's been a number of articles in the game's press, and a lot of debate on social media going back and forth about the backlash. Paul Tassi, over at Forbes, told everyone to chill out. Christopher Dring, over at GamesIndustry.biz, wrote an article about handling entitled fans, while over at The Escapist, editor Russ Pitts attempted to take the side of the aggrieved fanbase by calling the announcement a betrayal of Blizzard's loyal customers. But I think all of the articles I've read so far have been missing the point. I think the question we have to ask is, Blizzard is not our friend, so why did so many people react like Blizzard is their friend? Why did they react like their friend had betrayed them? Why does that relationship exist in the first place? And the answer is, it exists because Blizzard wants it to. It exists because Blizzard can monetize it. It is a parasocial relationship that Blizzard encourages by casting itself as just a friendly group of gamer comrades in arms, passionately pursuing their love of gaming. Oh, us? No, we're not a stodgy old business with suits and ties and profit margins. No, we're gamers, just like you. We wear t-shirts, just like you. We sit in beanbag chairs and play Mario Kart, just like you. We post funny memes on social media, just like you. We're in it for the love of the game, man. We're passionate about making cool games just for you. You should come to our party at BlizzCon, dude. You should come hang out. We're all buddies here. Hey, you know the cool communities that exist around World of Warcraft and StarCraft and Overwatch and all those other games? Well, we made those games, and we are going to tell you that that means we made the communities too. We made those communities, and we made them just for you because we're gamers just like you. We're passionate just like you. We care about you, and you are our friend. And because we're such good friends, you trust us, right? You're gonna pre-order this thing we're announcing, right? You're gonna buy the special edition and the merchandise, right? You're gonna show everyone what good friends we are. You're gonna be loyal. You're gonna care about us. And you're gonna buy whatever we make because we're your friend. So come on, get your wallet out. Buy yourself another loot box. Pick up 50 packs of Hearthstone cards. Celebrate our close relationship. When Blizzard announced Diablo Immortal, its loyal fans felt betrayed and outraged. Now, I think it's ridiculous and immature to get so angry because some company announced a mobile game you don't want to play. I think it is the height of unintentional comedy to sit around on Reddit making up conspiracy theories about whether their announcement trailer has the correct number of dislikes, and I think it's awful fucking behavior to be harassing Blizzard's staff on social media because you're upset they didn't announce the game you wanted at their marketing party. But you know what Blizzard did in the aftermath of the backlash? Speaking to Polygon on November 3rd, Blizzard co-founder Alan Adams said this. The way I've been kind of looking at the mixed comments is what those folks are really saying is they desperately, passionately want the next big thing. I don't think that the mixed comments are necessarily anything other than a really passionate audience that desperately wants to see what they hope to see one day. It's pretty clear to us that there's a huge audience around the world that's gonna love this title. You know, we'll listen to the passion we have from fans and we'll definitely take those things to heart and make sure we do right by them. Like the coldest villain in a daytime soap opera, Blizzard is right there with the spin and the gaslighting. Oh no, Blizzard didn't betray you, they just miscalculated how passionate you were. You didn't get angry at Blizzard for jerking you around. No, you were just so passionate about Diablo that you became disappointed you weren't getting even more of it. We're not having a fight, we're just being passionate at one another. We're gamers, we're friends, we're listening to you, we care about your feedback. Blizzard is your friend. And because we're friends, we know you'll forgive us, and we know you'll buy Diablo Immortal when it launches on mobile in 2019, and we know you'll buy more loot boxes in Overwatch and more card packs in Hearthstone because you're so passionate about gaming. The fans reacted to Blizzard's announcement with the kind of hurt, outraged emotionality that we usually reserve for our friends and loved ones when they betray our trust. And Blizzard reacted to that very human, very emotional outrage with no humanity whatsoever. Their response to "you hurt us" is not guilt, it's not contrition, it's not even anger at the way their staff is being harassed and their hard work is being denigrated by petty people who haven't even played the damn game yet. No, they reacted with the mollifying, plastic smile of an automated customer service robot whose only job is restoring the mob to a monetizable state. because Blizzard is not a person, and Blizzard is not your friend. Now, here's a disclaimer that I would hope isn't necessary, but this is YouTube, so I'm gonna add it anyway. None of what I have said means you're not allowed to enjoy Blizzard games. None of it means you're not allowed to be a fan of Blizzard as a developer. None of it means you're not allowed to buy loot boxes, although I wish we would all stop doing that. None of it means you're not allowed to be excited for the Warcraft 3 remaster. None of it means Mike Morhaime or Ben Brode or Jeff Kaplan are bad people. None of it means you should be ashamed of buying into the Horde Alliance group identity from World of Warcraft, or that the communities that you have found and loved in Blizzard games are somehow less true or less meaningful. To reiterate my point for the 100th time, what I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to have a healthy relationship with the entertainment that you love, you have to remember that a company is not a person, and that capitalism is, on a very fundamental level, completely amoral. And while I think consumers should know better than to form one-sided friendships with billion-dollar corporations, Blizzard hasn't just been selling people games this whole time. They've been selling a relationship. They've been selling community. They've been selling friendship. And I don't think it's entirely unreasonable to get angry and upset when that product turns out to have been false advertising. And by the way, everything I've said in this video applies to Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Riot, EA, Bethesda, Rockstar, and all the rest of them as well. Companies are not your friends. Hold them accountable with your wallets and through your lawmakers. And while we're at it, unionize the damn games industry already. I mean, come on!